welcome to my 2019 Challenge B bullet journal setup for the coming school year. I am starting this video with a cup of tea. I actually do this when I start Challenge B in the mornings. Every morning I start school and I make myself a cup of tea. I thought it would be fun to add that I'm actually drinking tea throughout this video. I am using the Exceed notebook from Walmart for $10. I thought it would be a great find. It has 200 pages, 4 index pages, a pocket in the back, and the pages are also numbered, so I thought it would be great to start with for 2019. I am using in this video some Micron Pens with a thick tip and a Tombow pencil and eraser, but really all you need to set up this video is a black pen and a pencil with maybe some colors that you like. And on the front page of my journal I have a leaf sticker, so I'm going to be showing you how to make it. Step 1, find a label. These are classic shipping labels from any local store. Step 2, draw a leaf shape and color it. So here I just drew a basic leaf shape. You could even take a leaf from outside if you like the leaf shape of that one and then kind of copy off that one. But I did a jagged line down the middle and then some uneven layers on the outsides, and then I colored them all in. So if you were looking at my leaf shape, I did 4 of the blue shape in different spots of the leaf, and then I did a lime green, and then I did kind of an off pink. But I really liked how this leaf turned out. I actually went around it again with a black marker because the one on the left looks a lot darker than the one that I've just made. And while I'm going through this bullet journal video, remember that you do not have to do all the artistic stuff. You don't have to have the special pens, certain colors, even though they are linked in the description box below. But keep in mind that you don't need to have all the fancy supplies in order to bullet journal. I do suggest, if you are making these leaves, to make it a few times on a regular piece of paper before you go in with the sticky paper. And if you read along, it was cut it out and put it on your journal. So I just stuck the label on an extra journal that I had and I put it a little bit sideways. So now to get into the journaling, I had this painting paper that when you paint over it, it makes words, and the quote says, "Amazing people do not just happen in us." In us was in gold, but I painted over it in a yellowish goldish color so it would stand out better. So I put that in the front page of my journal and wrote my name on the left hand side. And right now I'm making my key. If you have not watched the original bullet journal method video, I'm linking it in the description box below, so you can definitely check that out. I would suggest it because I do not do the original style of bullet journaling. I do a very artistic way. But if you would like to watch the original way to do it, there is a link in the description box below, and I would definitely recommend that you check that out. It talks about the key, the future law. And if you're going to watch the bullet journal method, I do suggest that you pick up the things that will be helpful to you. So right now I'm doing my key, which talks about how to better organize your journal. And at the bottom you see a address. I will also link in the description box below if you'd rather click on that. But it talks about how to use a bullet journal key and a bunch of ideas that you could do for your bullet journal key, and you could definitely check that out. I would definitely suggest it. So here I'm just doing my key, which is the dot is the task, the check mark after the dash is the completed task. So some simple things that I thought would help better organize my journal. So as I continue to the next page, there's some words that come at the bottom, which is find your word in the CC catalog, page 33. So every single challenge level has a word of the school year. So the word for challenge B is discipline, and every single challenge B has its own word. So if you want to find yours, go to the CC catalog on page 33 and it will tell you what your word is for your year. I put mine at the front of my journal so I could remember that this is what I'm going to be trying to be doing this year, is have more discipline. And I think it's very helpful if you're going to go into a challenge level where you're trying to learn a specific word. And at the bottom I put Challenge B 2019 to 2020. Just to remember that this journal is for this year if I'm going back in time. On the next pages I put a quote that goes with the discipline theme. So it says, "To learn, you must love discipline. It is stupid to hate correction." Sorry about this, guys, but for some weird reason, the camera flipped. So now my video is up and down. And sideways and up and down. So we'll just have to work with it as we keep on going. So this page is the 2019 school year welcome, and I did a ribbon in this, but it's actually really easy to make. So you make a rectangle, you put a tiny colored triangle at the bottoms with a ribbon piece almost looking like an M with a bottom at both ends that's not even with the rectangle that you first made. Here we are moving ahead. So we finished that first page, and I ended up adding yellow around the outside to make it look more colorful. So this page is the year at a glance. It takes a really long time to make, especially since you're writing down all of the dates, and it made my hand hurt a little bit at the end of it, but the look at the end was really cool, and I thought that it turned out looking really great. And here I am making little box calendars. So I actually printed out a calendar from Google, and then I was copying it while I was writing down them. So that's what you see me doing here. And I always did Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So starting the week on Sunday and ending the week on Saturday. So flipping to the next page, which is the grid spacing cheat sheet. I learned this from Amanda Rachley, who is a very famous bullet journal YouTuber. And she does it so that she knows the dimension boxes of her weekly spreads. So when she makes a weekly spread, let's say it's horizontal, she can know how many spaces each box is across the entire thing. So how to make it is you write numbers from 1 to 10 on every single dot, going all the way down the page, and then also writing numbers across your page. And I skipped ahead so that I wouldn't have to take so long, but I divided into fifths, sevenths, fourths, thirds, a bunch of different things I thought would be useful for weekly spreads. And for this page, it is the 2019 goals, or 2020 if you're counting that too. So I wrote down all of the goals that I had for this year, and I did a little doodle to go with every single one. So obviously I did goals that would work for me, but you can do goals that work for you. So I did things like studying your Bible every day, drinking water, going to bed by 10, exercising, doing journaling every day, trying to keep track of my mood trackers, eating healthy foods, or trying to track food that I eat. So just do whatever you think would be good goals for you, and goals that you can actually achieve. There's no use putting down goals that you will never be able to do in the future. Do goals that you can actually get to. And here I did it all colored in, so I used some of the pastel colors that I used for my original first calendar. So this next spread that I'm making is called the future log. This is also in the bullet journal method video. It's to keep track of things that are far advanced in the future. So the one I did before was the year at a glance. So whenever I'm doing a monthly calendar, I could just go look at the year at a glance. I can know the dates. I can basically just see the dates of the month. But this one is a future log, so if you need anything in the future, for example, if you're going on a Christmas vacation, you can write that in your future log so that you know when it is in the future. And what I did for this one is I did some fun lettering fonts at the top, and I did some lines across the top, and then I put August, September, October, November, December on the sides. So this is what the ending looks like, is just lines across, and then between each month I did an extra space. And now I am writing the months of the year on the sides. I just did the abbreviation, so August, there were like either 3 or 4 letters. And I did August, September, November, December instead of doing October. So I took a page from the back of my journal, I cut it out, and then I glued it on to my journal, and then I glued on some more paper on top. And here's the finished product, so a bunch of color, the calendars, and then the space on the right hand side to put your events for that month. Alright, as we're nearing the end of this journal setup, I have 2 more pages that I wanted to add to the end, which is a books to read, so that you don't have to flip through all the pages in your guide to forget which ones you are going to read next, and then important events. So here are the finished products of the book to read and the important events.